Hello, dear lovers of free thought and random passersby who clicked by mistake. Before we begin, let's settle an important philosophical question. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, does my channel even exist? Let's test this theory. Click the subscribe button and let's see if reality changes. Alright, now that you're officially part of the Daily Bugle, analyzing society, let's get started. Imagine you are in ancient Greece. Democracy is flourishing, orators are passionately debating, people are voting. But wait, freedom of speech is not for everyone. If you're a woman, a slave, or a foreigner, congratulations, your opinion doesn't count. The concept of parousia, the right to say everything, was reserved for the elite. In theory, every citizen could speak freely, but in reality, this right was a privilege of the educated and influential. Sure, you could say what you thought, but if you challenged the wrong people, you risked everything. Socrates is the perfect example, a philosopher who asked too many inconvenient questions. The result? Accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods, sentenced to death. Kind of like getting your account banned, but in a much more dramatic fashion. If even in the dawn of democracy there were restrictions on speech, does that mean true freedom of expression is impossible? Moving on to Rome, the land of great orators like Cicero, who believed that words had the power to change society. The irony? Cicero was killed precisely because of his words. Freedom of speech existed, but only if you didn't anger the right people. The Middle Ages? Oh, things get even worse. Say something against the church or the king and congratulations, you're a heretic. Banned books, inquisitions, informers. Freedom of speech was replaced with speak at your own risk. Is controlling speech a natural tool for maintaining power, or just a convenient excuse for repression? The Enlightenment is like a software update for freedom of speech. Philosophers like Voltaire and Rousseau challenged authority and laid the foundation for the democratic rights we know today. It seemed like things were heading in the right direction, until we realized that even these revolutionaries often had to go into hiding. Today we have democracies, constitutions, social media, yet freedom of speech remains fragile. It only takes an algorithm deciding that your opinion is inappropriate, and poof, your content disappears. Does freedom of speech mean freedom without consequences? Or does every word carry responsibility? Welcome to the 21st century, the era where everyone can speak freely, until they violate community guidelines. The state is no longer the only censor. Social platforms decide who gets heard. Algorithms determine who is silenced, and filter bubbles trap us in isolated echo chambers. Is this truly freedom of speech, or just a new form of corporate-controlled discourse? Do social networks give us more freedom, or are they just keeping us in a more refined form of control? The truth is simple. Freedom of speech has never been absolute. It has always depended on who holds power. The question is not whether we can speak freely, but who controls the microphone. Final questions. What will freedom of speech look like in the future? Will we witness even greater censorship? Or will we find ways to protect our right to speak? And most importantly, what role do you play in this process? Now it's your turn. What do you think? Are we freer today, or have we just found new ways to silence dissent? Comment below, hit the like button, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe for more revelations about society that someone, somewhere, doesn't want you to hear.